Good morning. Hi. What are we doing? Hello. Wow. Good morning. Hi there. Hi, Chaos. Good to see you. Wow. We're doing our little craft morning that we do. Wow. You sound a bit far away. That's because I am far away. The microphone is over on this desk, and I was over at the other desk. Because I don't like getting water and clay and paint near the computer. I'm setting up the chat window on the tablet so that I can see you better. Chat window, there it is. Ah, there we go. Move that into a position where I can see it. And get my hair out of my face. Yes. Good morning, Rosa. Sorry, my office full. Oh. Lovely to see you, darling. Gonna see you in person before long. Again, twice in 1 year. Imagine. Well, you guys get a treat today because I haven't opened my pack for this morning. I know. Mad. Yeah, microphone is here. On this desk for today. I'm going to be doing more base stuff. Just getting through some of these minis, the mountain that we have. Getting some of this clay put on to fill in the gaps. You struggling to connect to the internet or something? What's going on? Oh, an error has occurred. Okay. Fun. Maybe I'm not opening my morning pack then. Nope, we're fine. We just need to refresh. Good morning, Car! You get to see me open my morning pack today. We're doing Mewtwo packs because I'm after the Articuno Alt Art. Which is not easy to get. Scyther, Sandslash, Doduo, Double, a Slowbro, Trash Pack. And bonus pack because we have the pass. Because I'm a sellout for cards. Ponyta, Cottony, Woobat, Ivysaur, Rapidash. 2 trash packs, yay! There we go. Wonder Pick. Since there's a one to pick event on. Bonus pick. I'll take it because it's free. I have all of these. Obviously, I wouldn't mind more Growliths. No. Gonna save. I do this every morning now. Normally I sit up in bed and do it while I'm waking up and dealing with the weight of being alive. Hourglasses, and that's the morning ritual. I have 90 hourglasses. I like saving until I have 120 hourglasses, and then I do a 10-pack opening. There we go. How are we this morning? Sleepy. I'm not a morning person, which regular attenders to this segment will know. So this morning stream it literally exists to get me out of bed, because otherwise I would just sleep in until God knows when. Yeah. My thieves' tools, as I call them. I cannot believe how rapidly I have gotten through this clay, because in the past I've had a pack of green stuff last me like a year. Which just shows how, like, on it I've gone with these minis. I may end up having to get more of this, I don't know. Though, as I've said, mini morning probably isn't going to continue as a segment into the new year. I'm not a morning person either, to be honest. I literally don't fully wake up until midday if I'm up around 8. I'm just very slow. Like, I can be awake within an hour or so. The thing that kickstarts me is actually having breakfast. Which is partly why I'm always insistent on having breakfast every morning, because I am very much like a zombie until I've had some food. Which is why sometimes, quite often, stream will be late in the morning, and that is literally because I have to have food. And why breakfast on stream is a meme. But yeah, not a morning person, which is funny because I used to be a morning person as a kid. But looking back, that was because I wanted to spend time with my dad. And I had to wake up for school. So it's good to make sure you eat and wake enough before you stream. Yes, it is. Like, we've had sleepy morning streams, but yeah. So that's what the stream is meant to do. Morning stream, because I would literally still be in bed right now if I didn't have this stream, but stream is sort of... It's like the loophole in the ADHD now of like, oh, I've got a stream, so that takes precedent. Which I suppose is why we were morning people as kids, because we had school. Yeah, as you say, Rosa, the structure. So now stream is my structure, which is what I needed, because obviously when I had my other jobs, all of them, you would wake up to go to said jobs. And, when I started working for myself, I didn't have that structure. And I literally came to Spook and I was like, this is a problem. I'm sleeping in until like 1 in the afternoon because I've got no reason to wake up in the morning. It also happened in the pandemic, but that was a different story. That was sleeping into the afternoon because I felt I had nothing to do with my life. That was a bad time during the pandemic. I think I went into a minor depression during the pandemic, but I think a lot of people did. Still find it more difficult now. Yeah, definitely night owls, but we talked about that the other day, didn't we? Structure helps you get used to going to bed at a certain time and waking up at a certain time. You would think that, in theory. Yeah, I was complaining with Rosa the other night, about how, like, I'll be tired at, like, 8 or something, and I'll be like, I don't want to go to bed. If I wake up at, like, 10 in the morning and I'm going to bed at 8, I've been awake less than 12 hours. That's such a waste. There's stuff I can still do. And then I'll get, like, a second wind and can go until, like, midnight, and then it's, like, 1 a.m. and stuff, and then I'll be tired again. But then I'll go to bed, and even though I am tired, with a capital T, cannot fall asleep, and it's because of the square brain. Which, as I said to Rosa, I was like, if there was any reason I would want to get medication, it's so I can go to sleep. Because my brain just won't shut up. If I go to bed before midnight, I'm awake at midnight, and then I won't be able to go back to sleep, yeah. Like I said, like 2 weeks ago, I was kind of tired, and Spook was like, have an early night, and I was like, you know what, I will have an early night. And I got into bed at like, you know, it was like 10:30, 11. It was one of the worst night sleeps I've ever had. I didn't get to sleep until like 3 a.m. I checked my phone. I could not sleep. So now when Spook says, let's have an early night at 10 o'clock, I'm like, hell no, I'm not gonna sit and waste my night for 3 hours. I could do stuff in that time. It doesn't help that Spook's on a morning shift and I'm essentially on an almost like an evening/night shift. Because, like, we want to spend time with one another, but also we want to sleep. Which is why we have date nights. I then said if I want to get further opinion on my ADHD thing, I'd have to wait 7 years, and that's the waiting list for my area. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I did the form, and I handed it in, which you guys know because we did it on stream. We filled in the form on stream because I needed help. But yeah, when I asked for the form, because it was literally part of like a routine thing of like we'd moved and we signed up for the GP in the village, and they were like, hey, because you're a new patient, we want to like check in with you and just, you know, see if there's anything we need to know about, or, you know, any pre-existing conditions. So yeah, I brought up the fact, I was like, hey, I think I might be on the spectrum and I would like to do a test. And they were like, why do you think these things? And I'm like, oh, for all of these reasons, and, you know, listed a fuck ton of them, and they were like, okay, well, you can fill this in, which took me like 2 weeks to do. And then they were like, you do know that there's like a 2-year waiting list, right? And I was like, yeah, I do, which is why I want to do it now. And we're not even 1 year into that 2-year waiting list. So I feel like when someone's told me it's going to be at least, you know, this amount of time, I feel bad about asking, hey, has there been any updates if that time has not passed? That's why I always make sure to settle down a few hours before my bed before it's out of my brain shit, even if it's just watching YouTube or something. That's probably the bit I struggle most with, I will be honest. That is probably where it all falls apart, is kind of going from, hi, I'm on the computer and I'm like talking with someone or I'm working on something to, well, I'm gonna go to bed now. That's probably where it falls apart. I have done, like, oh, I'm just gonna wind down and, like, watch YouTube. I can't wind down in bed. Because, kind of as Spook mentioned briefly last night, he is a light sleeper now. It does not take much to wake him up. So if I have the light of my phone on, it will wake him up. And, like, you know, I can't do that. I can't do that to Spook. So I can't wind down in bed. I have to wind down in here. And I guess to be fair, because I've seen Pirate Software talk about this, my brain probably can't wind down in here, because my brain knows that this is the workroom. Yeah, I suppose I could go down into the living room or something, but honestly, this is just me being like a selfish little kid of like, I don't want to go down there because my friends aren't down there. Because when I'm up here on my computer, I can talk to my friends. So that's literally just me being a child. Like, I know it is. It's like, it is literally me. You could like, I can't do this. Okay, we'll do this then. No! And it's like, okay. That is just me being an unhelpful child. Brains are stupid. Does Spook need complete silence and no noise as well? Yes. Yes. Spook is to sleep in the void. But will not use a face mask. I'm tempted just to sign up, but 7 years is so long. But I suppose the thing is, Rosa, is that what have you got to lose? That was kind of what I thought when they were like, you know, it's a 2-year waiting list. And I was like, well, what have I got to lose? What if I wait another 2 years and the waiting list becomes 4 years? It's like, nothing changes because I hand in a form and I wait, which is literally the same as if I was just waiting anyway. So my thought was like, well, I have nothing to lose, so I might as well just go do it. Because it's more, am I going to be here in 7 years? Don't think that with the same GP. That's fair. That is fair. Do you really think you're going to move again? I mean, 7 years is a long time, I suppose. It took us 5 years for us to move. But I suppose I guess the same thing would apply though, of like, if you did move and you had to go to another GP, you would have to wait again, but it's like you haven't lost anything by at least starting it. Because if because it's harder to start than to stop. You know? It's outside the current GP area, fair. So it'd be hard. It's harder to start than to stop. So if you start and you do move, then you just have to tell them, look, I'm moving, you know, and you deal with the stuff that comes with that. But if you don't do anything, you get nothing. I'm struggling now, yeah. Well, that's because the NHS fucking sucks. They won't give us help now, because we're both struggling. But they won't give us the help we need now, so we just have to start it. The only way you can get help right away is by going private, and we don't have the money for that. Because this country is a mess, but at least it's not America. It's really bad when that's the thing that you say to comfort yourself at night, of like, at least it's not America. The whole thing sucks. Yeah. My advice to anyone is the best thing you can do is start, because it takes so long. Because, like, I wanted to get an ADHD diagnosis back before the pandemic started. And if I'd actually pulled my finger out and done it, I might have had a diagnosis by now. Which is kind of infuriating, looking back. Because then the pandemic happened and I was like, hell no, I'm not going to a GP right now. Which I think is valid. You lose, Core. Good day. It technically starts sort of a few years into the pandemic. Oh, yeah. I had other problems during then. It took a whole year for them to arrange an appointment for me to fill out the form. Lahi? Jesus Christ, really? Okay, that's a bad thing on your end. I feel so sorry for you. Because mine was, I went to the GP and went, hey, I think I might have ADHD. Can I do the test? And she went, okay. And then she went on the computer, looks up the form, printed it out, and gave it to me. I just find it funny that it was only a 2-page form and it took me 2 weeks to try to fill it out. Which I then wrote on the back of the form of like, this took me 2 weeks to fill out. Instead of needing to wait that long for an ADHD specialist to speak with, it turns out it was just an appointment with someone that filled out the form and actually said they had no ADHD knowledge, so I waited a whole year for something I could have filled out on the day with a random doctor. Fuck! It's because even though there's, like, forms and medication, the NHS as a whole still doesn't really acknowledge ADHD as, like, a problem. And it's literally it's ableist. It's literally ableist, of like, they don't view it as a problem, so it's not important to them. Let's grab a bit of texture. I have very conflicting feelings on the NHS. Like, I'm frustrated at the same time, appreciation because they did save my life. Same. They saved my mom's life. So, and it didn't really cost us anything, unlike in other places. I suppose that's the thing. It's because they do want to prioritize the things that are life-threatening, and this isn't. So they just kind of leave it. Yes, yes, America bad. Everything wrong ever come from America. What? Oh, Cora, I think you're about 5 minutes behind in the conversation. Slowly learning that life is okay. Alright, a lot of these minis are big bases, so I'm gonna probably burn through this clay. I'll acknowledge that England is also very fucked up. I'm not standing on a high horse saying that we got it good, because we don't. Everywhere is fucked. On a scale of 1 to 10, my friend, you're fucked. Well, that's a pleasant conversation for the morning, isn't it? Hopefully we have D&D tonight. In a couple of weeks. Jesus. Low energy stream making me sleepy again. I've just woken up. Drink some water. The walk after the morning stream does a good job of waking me up. So, yeah. So mini morning probably is going to go in the new year, and I am a little bit nervous because I feel like removing it is going to cause me to slightly fall back into, oh, I'm just going to wake up at like 12 and then it's going to be like, oh well, I've only got like a couple hours until afternoon stream, so I guess I won't do anything else, which is the problem I had before. But as much as it's nice to be able to work on the minis, it doesn't feel productive. This is definitely more on the hobby side of things than on the work side of things. And I think the thought was that I would use the morning time as a more dedicated editing time. Because Lord knows I say pretty much every other day that I need to do like shorts and clips and things, because that's just how people grow these days. But I can never find time to edit them, and I don't always want to edit them on stream because some of the ones that I want to do will have like copyrighted songs on them and things like that. Like how the one I did for Virality Umbra had a Panic at the Disco song in it. So I can't do them on stream. But I made my stream schedule in such a way that work can only be done on stream, is the way that my schedule is at the moment. Because it's so densely packed, and that was to try and trying to combat the ADHD of, like, if I'm on stream, I can focus and get the work done. But there is literally a type of work that I cannot do on stream, and because I packed it so densely, it just doesn't get done now. So it's a congratulations, you played yourself kind of situation. But to be fair, I feel like when I made the schedule nearly a year ago, shorts and things like that weren't as crucial as they are now. That's like how it has skewed in the last year, I feel. So, yeah, that is the thought process for next year. Is I think the core days of the schedule probably aren't going to change because I like them. Like, I think doing work on Monday, I like, because it feels like, you know, I think it helps my brain mostly of, like, you know, it's a new week and we're starting and we're getting work done of, like, yeah, we're being productive, brand new week, start new stuff. Feels good. I think Couple Chaos works well in the evening. I'm literally only realizing now, looking at the schedule, that the schedule does look wrong on the one I've got printed out on my wall. I think I updated it on the stream one, but the one I have stuck on my wall is actually wrong. That's very funny, because that's got Spook's old work on it. But yeah, I think the Tuesday evenings work well. I think they're quite popular. I think quite a few people are able to attend. I guess because people don't really do things on a Tuesday. So I think Couple Chaos works well, because Spook even said of, like, oh, would you get rid of it? And I'm like, no, I think it's one of our best ones, actually. Plus I like being able to play games with Spook. Which is pretty much the purpose of the stream, is literally I scheduled in time to spend time with Spook. That is also stream, but we also have date night that we do off stream on Wednesdays, which is nice, where we go out for food, and sometimes we do sofa time on a Saturday if we're not too tired from the day's event. We haven't done it the last couple of Saturdays because we've been tired. So yeah, Wednesday is just probably going to stay as it is as well. We'll have work in the afternoon and D&D in the evening / a backup game. I know the last week I didn't do backup game, but that was really, I just needed time for myself, frankly. Does it say schedule? It is schedule. No. Schedule. No, it doesn't say schedule. It's the one that it has the correct spelling on it. It's the new one that I did for this year. It's the new one that I did for this year that has the clouds. The old one was like purple boxes. This one has the clouds and the wind swirls. So yeah, so the morning slot on the morning slot on the Wednesday and the Thursday are probably going to go, which means that the afternoon streams maybe will start a bit earlier. I don't know if I'd go as far as starting them at 1, which is where they used to start. I'd probably maybe move them to 2, but I don't know, because I don't know if I'm going to keep my work basically the same, the work times basically the same, but just the morning streams are gone. So Where mini morning is, there won't be a stream, and it will just be me working on stuff off stream. And then I will do the usual of like, oh, it's 1 o'clock, I'm gonna go have lunch and go for a walk and do a bunch of chores real quick, and then at 3 we do the stream. That means that Thursday would have 1 stream. That would just be MMO Thursday, and that would be it. So maybe on Thursday I would consider maybe starting earlier, maybe make it a 3-hour stream instead of a 2-hour stream, so that we can get more done. So that's how it used to be. That's how it used to be. We made the lunch break longer because I couldn't get everything done that I needed to in the lunch break. Because normally work in a workplace, if you're having a lunch break, it's like, yeah, you eat and that's it. But my lunch breaks consist of eating, going for a walk, and doing jobs around the house, like washing and doing some quick ironing and stuff. Which is why it's always a rush for me to get back on time. But otherwise, the stuff doesn't get done. So it has to be like that. I forgot that I had a new Minecraft track. Shout out to Besso for linking it to me. Besso didn't make it, but it's part of Curago, which is the record label that Besso's under. And then, Friday I probably would also keep the same. So I think it is literally just the Wednesday morning slot, with the Wednesday and Thursday morning slots would probably vanish. But I think Monday I would keep the double work morning and afternoon, and Friday I think I'd keep the double work morning and afternoon and the community night on Friday. Friday just kind of leans itself into being a community collab thing, I think, because, you know, it's the end of the week, people are winding down, they want to have fun, they can stay up late because they haven't got to be in work the next day, generally. So I think Friday works the best for that. I like keeping Saturday off because it means that I can go see friends and family who are also off, because most other people have weekends off. Not everyone, but most people do. So I like keeping that. But Sunday does do well numbers-wise because people are off and they can view it. Like, I know that numbers-wise, Saturday probably would do very well, but that is kind of like me being no, this is where I am drawing the line of my life is taking precedent over my work. That is kind of where the line gets drawn. I think that's probably good. I was looking at the AJH questionnaire and I feel called out, honestly. Yup, that was how I felt when I did it. This guy's tentacles are literally going to be bending into the floor. I don't really want them to do that. Can I just kind of try to bend them upwards a little bit so that they're not in the floor? What if I warm them up a bit? There you go, that's lifted them slightly. They're probably going to bend back down. Someone told me that saying, yeah, that's fair is an ADHD thing, but I have no idea if that's true or not. I don't know, that feels like projecting. I don't think saying a phrase is an ADHD thing unless it's like stimming. Like, there's a difference between just saying, yeah, that's fair, and doing a vocal stim, I think. I think, yeah, that's fair is just something that people say. Or maybe I'm wrong because I'm ADHD and I can't tell. Who's to say? I guess it's somewhat ADHD if it's consistent and stuck in your head. Yeah, because then it's a stim. Like song and repeat, yeah. Context is everything! This guy's going to be tricky because the goal with this guy is to paint the rock that he is standing on, but not his body. You're going to keep his body as this clear purple.
I'm lost in the way you move, the way you feel. One kiss is all it takes. Falling in love with me. Possibilities, I look like all you need. One kiss is all it takes. Falling in love with me.
Possibilities, I look like all you need. Feel your eyes do the exploring. Take my time, baby.
Something in you lights up heaven in me. The feeling won't let me sleep. 'Cause I'm lost in the way you move, the way you feel. One kiss is all it takes. Falling in love with me. Possibilities, I look like all you need. One kiss is all it takes. Falling in love with me. Possibilities, I look like all you need.
It's very funny. It was very funny to me hearing this song play like the original when we were out once, because I basically never listened to the original, but I listened to this all the time, so it like sounded wrong in my head of like, this isn't right. And like, no, this is the original one. I feel like I need more clay there. It's like not smoothing in. It's hitting the lip of the plastic. We have that problem with Weird Al songs. Stims are literally are like the sound alerts. Of they just play and you're like, yep. What are you two fucking talking about? Being in a hot topic. What? I hear American Pie and it automatically goes to this here Anakin guy. That's the only one that's the exception for me because American Pie was a song that my dad would play sometimes growing up, so it has that sort of nostalgia of the original for me. But a lot of the other ones, it's like, yep. I remember I had You Remind Me of the Babe from Labyrinth stuck in my head. I couldn't stop singing it, constantly became annoying. Oh my god, same. The first time I watched Labyrinth, I was obsessed with it. And I, like, rewatched it, like, 4 times. It's only forever, not long at all. Lost and learning. No one can blame you for walking away. Ah, Labyrinth's good. I love Labyrinth. Life can't be easy. It's not always swell. Don't tell me truth hurts, little girl, 'cause it hurts like hell. But down in the underground, land so true. Down in the underground. I'm gonna stop now. Partially because I've forgotten some of the words. Though, funnily enough, that song is on Kirok's playlist. It's actually the opening track of Kirok's playlist.
You're the one that's changed.
Not Kika, Kirok. 2 different characters. I probably actually do need to keep that morning stuff free as well, because the announcement in the stream just reminded me that Chaotix did approach me to do more sprites for the game. And while we're not going to be like doing official like contracts, he said it essentially is going to be under NDA in that he wants me to do the boss sprites for the final boss, but he doesn't want me to stream it so that the final boss like isn't revealed beforehand. And I'm like, that's very fair. It's the final boss of the game. But I was like, it's gonna take me a long time to do it because the time I have off stream is limited. So it's probably a good idea for me that I am changing the schedule to slightly give me more off stream time. If I know for a fact I'm gonna have a big project that is gonna be off stream alongside the video editing. Labyrinth on the small screen, perfectly fine. Labyrinth on the big screen, hey, look at David Bowie's joke. It's true though. I remember watching, I think it was the CinemaSins video for Labyrinth, and I hated it because it used the phrase, the Bowie bulge, and I was like, nope, I could have lived a happy life without having that phrase be said. And now I inflict that damage on you. Man, I want to watch Labyrinth now. I have to do another watch party in the Discord. I don't want to, and we'll watch like Labyrinth in a movie. I don't think I want to do more anime because it's like just another thing of like, oh, it's another thing that I got to set time aside for. But a movie is a one and done. Should do like a movie night sometime. in the events channel. Maybe when I'm doing, like, behind-the-scenes grinding in, like, Bravely Default and Digimon. Just be like, hey, I'm doing some grinding, I'm putting a movie on. Yes, only on the big screen would you notice that. Yes. Hi, Galaxia! Did you hear what I said earlier? Or did you just get here? I just got here. Oh, cool, so I'll say it again so that you can share in my psychic damage. I watched the CinemaSins of Labyrinth, and it used the phrase the Bowie bulge, and now I am very upset about everything. Because that is a phrase I could have lived without, and sharing is caring. Shush, Raccoon Orb! Kind of like mix up the clay to be like a little bit soupy, and then we sort of splodge it to try and give it like texture. So it's not just a smooth, flat surface. That is also horrifically correct, it's true. That's a phrase I've been aware of before, CinemaSins. You cannot shush me, yes. How goes it, Galaxia? I've seen some of the posts. Oh, I hope you're doing okay. I know it's a tough time. I need like a little something to sort of hold these things up because they keep wanting to naturally dip into the base, and I want to hold them up at least until the base sets. I like prop them up with another mini. Like that. I can shush you all you want, it's just you don't have to be shushed. This is also true. It's a free internet. There we go. A little disappointed the remote job I got applied for is no longer remote and in Poland, and yeah, I went to a good gig and saw lots of old friends and just vibing, best thing I could do. Ah, fair enough. I'm glad the gig was fun. I'm glad the gig was fun. Sorry about the job. Ugh. Oh yeah, Core, you probably spotted me briefly online on Guild Wars last night. I was just logging in to check out this Evan Nashblade thing, which didn't seem to be much of a thing, but hey, at least if you go into the Black Lion Vault in Lion's Arch, you get like 100 free Wizard Vault points, and I'm like, hey, that's something at least. I saw the Wolf Griffin skin that you mentioned. Holy shit, they made it for me. That's so mean that they made that for me. That's so mean that they did that. When I already have 2 Griffin skins that I really like. Jesus, these big boys are going to use up all of my clay. I got my freaking Blastoise last night and now I have the Mew card. Hey, congrats! Congrats on the Mew! I fought someone who... This was the thing. I fought someone who had the Mew in their deck, and the moment they played it, I was like, oh, this is someone who puts money into the game. I was like, oh, okay. This is the kind of person I'm up against. Didn't realize it was in the vault until I logged off. Yeah. Yeah. Handy little tip. Also, because we have not had time to do the story stuff, I'm probably gonna do Guild Wars again this week, and we're gonna re-go through that sort of like instance, because we unfortunately had a server connection issue and we had to restart. So I guess I'm gonna go do it again on stream this week. And whatever the post of that is. But I imagine there's not a lot of story left for me to do. So, yeah, the start of the Guild Wars stream will probably be like, hey, let's do a bunch of story, and then, I don't freaking know, let's go grind stuff, I guess. I don't know, let's go grind masteries, I guess. Put money into the game, what kind of person would do that? Looks around, obviously, yeah. I guess this is one of those things of like, technically I'm putting money into the game now because I've let the pass refresh, but technically Nemo paid for it, so it wasn't my money. But I'm only doing the pass, I'm not buying gold. I'm not putting money into the game that way. I think the only regular card I'm missing at this point is Greninja. Really? Damn. I am missing loads still. I don't have Greninja either. That's because I haven't really done a lot of Charizard pack openings. It's going to be video editing time again next week, isn't it? Because we'll be in December. Even more clay. Jesus. Yep, it will be December. Feels like you just finished too. Yeah, that's always how it feels. It always feels like, I finally finished the highlights video. What do you mean I have to make another one? Welcome to editing. Yeah, yeah. I was saying, Galaxia, how in the new year I'm probably changing the schedule to get rid of mini morning, with the main focus being that I need that time to unfortunately edit things like shorts and TikToks so that I can try and promote more, because they just don't get made otherwise. I can confirm you don't need both EX and non-EX cards from Mewtwo either. Yeah, you just need one of every Kanto Pokemon to get you. I'm still missing a lot of them though. Because the thing is that, like, for me, there are two types of the TikTok/shorts. There are the ones which are Twitch clips, and there's the ones that are, like, either comedy skits or, like, audio bits. The ones that use the pre-made sounds, you know? The ones that I record generally in VR chat. Those are the two kinds. And the Twitch clips ones are fairly easy. Honestly, it is, like, you know, when I sit down and do one, it doesn't take me too long generally. It's get the clip, get it in the correct ratio, put captions on it, and it's generally okay. It's the other kind is the kind I want to make, because they're the ones that are more creative. Of, like, I want to make those, and those are the ones that I can't do on stream. It's like, if I wanted to, I could probably just do a stream where I'm like, right, I'm just going to edit a bunch of clips into the correct format and caption them. It probably wouldn't be very fun for me, but I could probably get it done. But it's the other kind that I want to do. You know, like the one about the pineapple drawing, or the Umbra one, or the one about the bard. You know, one of my very first TikToks that actually went viral for a bit. I want to do more like that. Because at the end of the day, I'm a creative person and I like making things. And doing, like, the Twitch clips ones are just kind of like filler or padding, or just, like, you know, doing it because the algorithm likes it more than because I like it. But I think part of me, the reason I haven't done it is part of me doesn't want to just do, like, a mountain of clips. I'd like to maybe see, like, alternate, I suppose. Of, like, I'd like to do, like, a clip, and then an actual, like, skit, and then a clip, and then a skit. Because I've got mountains of clips, but I've got no skits, because they take a long time to do. I've started one. All hail lol algorithms. Keep a little algorithm under your pillow for the algorithm, man. Jesus, yeah. It's sad but true. Like, I got a backlog of clips that I think would make good ones. A lot of them are the VRC ones. I think that they're funny and they make good clips, like how the knife one did. There we go. They bring your boy a monster. I saw we're getting the Tigrex. It's very funny that Tigrex is the meme because Tigrex isn't even like I like him, but he doesn't rank highly on my list of favorites. Not when we've got like, you know, Zinogre, Lunagaron, Legiacrus. It's just funny that Tigrex is the meme monster. It's because I know many interesting facts about the Tigrex. I want to say he was the flagship for Monster Hunter 2? Freedom? He was on the cover of one of the games, so they put a lot of like emphasis on him. He was one of the flagships. Kind of weird that he's going to be a snow biome monster, but meh. It makes sense for the original game that he was in. I believe in the original game he was quite prevalent in the ice biomes because he hunted the popo, the little elephantine kind of guys, little mammoths. No, there's going to I'll talk over you again because that's my freaking job. Apparently, Paladin Terraria crossover. Also saw that this morning. Yeah. What a weird time to be alive, huh? What a weird timeline we're in. I swear to God, if they're gonna add a form of creature collecting to Terraria. My phone is going off. Even more clay! So much clay. Don't they already have that, or am I thinking Starbound? Probably Starbound. Was it Starbound? Did Starbound have? It might have been Starbound. I don't remember. Like, I know you can have pets in Terraria, but that's not quite the same, is it? Just thinking, maybe it could be fun to do, like, because we still have the Minecraft server, maybe it'd be fun to, like, go back on the Minecraft server and do, like, a kind of Christmas event. I could use my admin powers to make a Christmas event for everyone. Starman had a combat pet system. Ah, there we go.
You're playing with the big boys now. Playing with the big boys now. Ooh, that's pretty. Every spell and gesture tells you who's the best. You're playing with the big boys now. Playing with the big boys now. Playing with the big boys now. Stop this foolish mission. What's a true magician? Give an exhibition. Pick up your silly twig, boy. You're playing with the big boys now. Playing with the big boys now. Playing with the big boys now. By the might of Horus, you will kneel before us. Kneel to us, Pandora's power. You put up a front, you put up a fight, and just to show we feel no spite, you can be our acolyte. But first, boy,
It's time to bow. And we stipple it. You had to throw a capture device into the area so it was safe from Nintendo. Oh, fuck. does that matter? Because when apparently they can file patents after a game has been released and then sue you for it. This guy got some rocks on his base, so we're gonna put some little rocks on them. We'll see if they actually stay on. My phone's gone off a few times today. Oh, it's basically 1, so it's potentially time for me to finish up and check what all those notifications are. Hopefully they're not important. Okay. What a creature! What a guy! He's just a creature. Let's just, like, pile this into here to fill in this gap. And we won't make any more. So today, we're gonna do some finishing touches on Kika's texture. I think it's basically the underside of her tail feathers that I need to do, because the underside of the tail feathers will have a little bit of banding in them. And then we might go in VR chat and take some pictures of her, because even though she's not a commission, I'll probably take some photos to, like, post on socials just to be like, hey, look, I made a thing! Did you know you can pay me to make things for you? Here's an example of a thing I made. But also it would just be good to get it in VR so I can see how it feels and actually make sure if it's working as well, is the thing. So I've not taken it into VR yet. I get to go be Bird. Making it a little muddy. Giving it texture. There we go. Right, that is going to be us for today. Oh, I straightened my back. I was shrumping a little bit then, towards the end. I normally do pretty well at sitting up straight during this bit. I'm gonna go wash these and throw this away. Okie dokie, time to pack up. Won't be around for most of RPG Day tomorrow as I'm cooking. Understandable. Understandable. Have a day. I said I'm kind of blown away with how rapidly I've gone through that clay, considering that in the past I've had a similar packet of clay last almost a year. That one has, like, lasted a month. Right, so these two are not done. These are done and need to dry. That's on there. Move the whole thing. Sorry, microphone. Up. Pull that up, put the thing back on top of it. And that'll do. Wow. Okay. Hey, that is our mini morning for today. We'll be back in a couple hours for working on Kika's texture and hopefully finishing it and going into VR and seeing how she looks in game. And I'm probably going to have a very fun afternoon taking pretty photos of her, assuming that it all works well. So yay, exciting for me. Yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say. So yeah, I hope to see you then. If not, enjoy the rest of your day, and hopefully we have D&D tonight. If not, we probably will be playing a backup game. Because last week I really did not have the energy for a backup game, but this week I think it'll be fine. So we will see. I don't know what the backup game is going to be. Maybe I'll do more Digimon grinding because I've got to go through another cycle. But anyway, let's not think that because it might not be relevant. So hopefully we are having fun. So we'll see you around. If not, enjoy the rest of your day. Bye!